Hello, everyone. Welcome to the car compliance process. In today's world, maintaining brand consistency and following strict manufacturer guidelines is essential. This video will guide us through the steps to ensure that automotive landing pages are compliant. This ensures a smooth approval process. Think of car compliance as a quality check for your landing pages. It ensures that the digital content aligns with the manufacturer's guidelines, maintaining consistency and brand integrity. A compliant page is neat, accurate, and visually aligned with approved standards. Here, we will be discussing 5 steps in the compliance process. First, we will discuss what is compliance for auto dealerships? What are the guidelines provided by automotive manufacturers? Why do we create model car landing pages? An overview of the submission process and some compliance FAQs. What is compliance process for auto dealers? We should always start by familiarizing ourselves with manufacturers' guidelines. With the manufacturer's guidelines, they are basically rules about design elements, legal disclaimers, promotional language. They are the building blocks of compliance. Car compliance refers to ensuring that a car dealership and its landing pages meet the standards set by car manufacturers. What this does is it enhances customer trust, it improves brand consistency, it gives the user a better experience, thereby getting higher conversion rate on the same landing page. Why are these guidelines important? These guidelines are set up by the automotive manufacturer in order to standardize all digital content. Most compliance guidelines are based on where the logo will be placed, the fonts and color scheme of the landing page, legal disclaimers, and consistency. For logo placement, model car landing pages serve as dedicated digital showrooms. Brand awareness and brand consistency is maintained based on correct positioning of the logo. For fonts and color scheme, the manufacturers prefer specified typefaces and font sizes to maintain uniformity. A color palette is also consistently used across all design elements. All landing pages have a section of legal disclaimers which details vehicles' performance, safety features, technology. They also ensure that what is included, what is excluded, and what is visible on the landing page. By following manufacturers' branding rules, a consistent and cohesive professional look is achieved. These are some of the guidelines provided by some of the automotive manufacturers. For example, Nissan. Nissan has a particular logo that has to be assigned and consistently used across all landing pages. It also specifies space requirement. Brand symbols must stand alone. Where should the placement and alignment of the brand symbol be? And There should be no alteration allowed and must be clearly visible when it is used. In some cases, if the model is registered, it has to show a registered mark on the model. For example, we can share a sample page which is approved by the manufacturer and compliance based on all parameters. This is a particular car landing page which is compliant. It is neat. It shows all the pictures consistently. There are no blurry images. The branding is proper. And at the bottom of the page has legal disclaimers. These are the disclaimers as specified by the manufacturer. This is for Nissan. Then for Subaru, the Subaru has specified the colors blue and white as its brand colors. They've preferred Helvetica as their preferred fonts. And any manufacturer can only use these fonts and colors for their landing pages. This is another example of a compliant page by Subaru. So you can see here the colors used, the blue color that is used is approved by the manufacturer. There are legal disclaimers at the end of the page. Similarly, other manufacturers have their own guidelines. For example, Mazda has its own guidelines. Acura and Honda have their own guidelines that have to be met before creating any landing pages, and they have to be used consistently for all the landing pages. As we've just mentioned and we just seen in the earlier screen about the car landing pages, why do we actually make these pages? What is the reason why we create these landing pages? So the reason we create these landing pages is because we get online visibility, we capture customers' interest, it facilitates in informed decision making, thereby increasing the sales conversions. We will be delving into the compliance submission process in the second module. Here are some general FAQs while creating compliance or while submitting a landing page for compliance. So what happens if my landing page isn't compliant? If the page does not meet the compliance guidelines, it may be rejected or require revisions before it can go live. Non-compliant pages, if they are live, may result in penalties and loss of credibility with the manufacturer. How long does it take for the compliance process? It usually takes around 2 to 3 business days, but the time may vary based on the complexity of the landing page and the manufacturer's approval. What are the most important elements to check for compliance? Key elements to check include logo placement and size, approved fonts, legal disclaimers, offers, and adherence to manufacturers' color scheme, and branding guidelines. What do I do if I do not receive feedback that my page isn't compliant? Or if you receive a feedback that the page is not compliant, then you can make necessary adjustments and resubmit your page for approval. It's important to respond quickly to avoid delays in the process. Manufacturers also provide regular updates on compliance requirements. You have to stay connected with the communication channels And if there are any training sessions or webinars, then review any updated guideline documents. What is the role of legal disclaimers in the compliance process? It is very essential to protecting both the dealership and the manufacturer. They must prominently display on the page, ensuring full transparency regarding offers, terms, and conditions of the model. How do I ensure consistency across all landing pages? Consistency is a key to compliance. Always use approved templates, logos, fonts, and color schemes, and ensure that page follows the same structure and layout guidelines. Here are the key takeaways from our module 1. The car compliance ensures consistency across all digital content. It involves following strict manufacturing guidelines or for logo placements, fonts, legal disclaimers, and other visual elements. Car compliance is critical for maintaining brand integrity and ensuring a smooth customer experience. Thank you for joining us in this short tutorial. Please reach out for any other questions at these contact numbers. Thank you so much.